Well, howdy how, one and all. We are at 7 o'clock, which means it is time for us to play some D&D. Woo! Thank you very much. It wasn't a bated pause. I just had to look at the laptop and the mic's all the way over here, and I'm just trying to work out where I need to be tonight to look at all the stuff I have to run, because this could be it. This, I think, is going to be the final of Lightwell. You have engaged with what you now assume to be the big bad, and we'll see how that goes. But otherwise, hey, welcome back to Happy Piranha. We're DRAGONBORN Industries, and we are here to play through Lightwell Live, our own D&D 2024 game and podcast here. I want to first of all say thank you to Happy Piranha and the guys here for letting us do this absolutely crazy, wild horse of a show. That it's just been really fun to take part in the community and do this. Also, thank you to Tommy and to Bex, who have been doing the sound for the entire run of this. Tommy, you will have heard as a player on his third character in 6 episodes.
Yep.
Could you check that frequency?
Wow.
Ooh.
You got it?
There's a bit of level of skill there. Can you check this frequency? Glass shatters.
Right, I'll be right back.
That's all right.
Magic.
Technical difficulties.
But we're also going to say thank you to Tommy and Bex for sorting out the sound for us for the entirety of this short run of a podcast. So big thank you to them. Without them, we would not have been able to do this. Otherwise, the last thank you is really not to my players. They know what they get with me, and they chose to play the game. But I want to say thank you to those people who've been here, taking part live, rolling dice for me, and for just in general supporting us on this journey. So thank you to you who have been absorbing this content, to you here live in the room, and to those of you who are listening on the podcast. Thank you so, so much. There aren't really any announcements for us to get on with this show. I would say Gals and Pals, you should probably shout out about that.
Gals and Pals, we've got our last one shot of A Night at the Circus on the 10th of May, so if you've not played it yet and you want to, come. And also our big event is going to be on Saturday the 24th of May. It is a slumber party, themed party here at the Piranha Cafe. We have some spaces available for some of the TTRPGs in the afternoon, and then in the evening it's party time. We've got karaoke, a chocolate fountain, we've got friendship bracelet making, goodie bags, prizes to be won, Twister, a scavenger hunt, all sorts of fun things, and we are raising money for West Cornwall Women's Aid, who are an amazing charity here in the southwest who support women and children across Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly. So come along, come party with us, and it's a really good opportunity to kind of meet other gals in the community and form new friendships.
Thank you very much. Otherwise, all I can really say is if you do want to find us elsewhere, just type DRAGONBORN Industries into Google. We should come up all over the SEO there. Otherwise, YouTube, Twitch, and on anywhere you can get your podcasts from. And just, tell a friend if you're enjoying it. That's the main thing that you can really do for us. Otherwise, are my amazing players ready to jump into this episode of Lightwell?
You're damn right.
Yes.
After finding their long-lost parents, the Blackhelm clan, and Kip, their new kobold friend, discover that Helga and Cadwick had been forced to help construct a monolithic golem that now no longer sits in the chamber underneath the mountain keep. But this was the mage that resides here's life work. The party discovered that this is supposed to be used against Lightwell Town for some reason, and that it must be on its way there now to destroy the town. The clan and Kip, now with Mummy and Daddy in tow, make their way across the keep once more to a tall eastern tower where they saw the elder kitchen goblin run up and escape to earlier. The clan head up the tower and open an ornate door into the topmost room inside that tower and come face to face with a scene of raw elemental magic and technology. I will reset the scene for you as you begin to fan out into this chamber. The topmost chamber of the Wizard's Tower is a breathtaking fusion of ancient mysticism and raw elemental power. Circular in shape, the room is entirely encased by tall arched windows, their glass streaked with the relentless rain and illuminated in flashes by the briefly casting eerie shadows that dance across the stone walls, which are lined with intricate arcane etchings that pulse faintly with stored energy. And every time that thunder out outside and strikes the tower, that power is drawn into a central device in the room. Suspended above the floor by intricate metal arms, a massive crystal core crackles with the raw energy, glowing with electrical light as it absorbs the fury of the storm outside. The device extends spindly rune-etched rods through openings in the roof, drawing lightning down into the core with every strike. Each impact sends shimmering arcs of power racing along the device and into this girthy rod,
Of course.
feeding into a network of enchanted conduits carved into the floor. The air hums with electric tension, thick with the scent of ozone, and a faint thrumming fills the room. Despite the room's chaotic energy, there is an undeniable order to its construction. Every window, every rune, every mechanism aligned perfectly to channel the storm's might into the wizard's ever-growing reservoir of arcane power, and down to that chamber in the bowels of this castle where you think that golem would have been constructed. It is a place of both peril and wonder, where magic and the fury of nature intertwine in mesmerizing dance of raw energy and magic. And standing across the room, facing towards you now, a tall human man draped in robes of deep violet and black, their presence heavy with an air of quiet menace. Their face bears the ghost of past lightning strikes that should have ended their life, but instead transformed them. Jagged scars, pale as moonlight, carve across their skin like cracks in porcelain, shimmering faintly with an elemental magic. The scars pulse, flickering with veins of arcane energy, an echo of the storm that once tried to claim them, and not too dissimilar to the storm raging outside. Their eyes, once ordinary, now gleam with an unnatural light, shifting between deep storm grey and an eerie glow of trapped lightning, their hair dark with streaks of white. The air around you feels charged, subtly humming with unstable energy. Flickers of static arc and electricity begin between their fingers as they gesture. Can I get a perception check from everybody here, please?
Of course you can.
Starting strong.
That's a nat one.
Okay, so we have a nat 1 from Kip, for a total of, by the way.
3.
Excellent.
4.
That's a 12 for me.
Matthias with a 12. Bonnie.
Natural 20 for a 22.
Amazing.
Very nice.
11.
An 11 from yourself. So let's grab, because I'm going to change the music already.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
You can feel this like palpable tension in the room. For you, Bonnie, in particular, with that particular number. The crystal of this arcane device in the center of this large room, held up by these spindly arms that extends up to the roof and the floor, where electrified, charged magical runes glow. The rest of this device is easily about 20 foot by 20 foot and is like metallic cones reaching towards each other that point towards the crystal in the center. And for those that rolled above that 15, which is only you, Bonnie, I think for a split second, you see half of a face distorted by the differing angles of this blue crystal. A wide, bright eye darting around locks onto you for a split second, and then, as it blinks, you watch as it changes into a more enlarged iris of deep hazel with a large pupil, that of a raven's eye, and you feel that there is something more sentient about that crystal. The mage across from you takes a step forwards, and you see those small arcs of electricity like Tesla coil arcs start to emanate from their person, and a small goblin, very old with these pale pink cloudy eyes. "It's them, master, the intruders. I can smell their fear."
Snitch.
"Welcome, vermin. I see you have been quite adept at getting around this keep. Very good. But none of it matters. You are too late. My wrath is already on its way to your town, you bimbling idiots." They turn around and face out of the window, this mage once more. "Not long now until it reaches Lightwell, and I crush that wretched town under the boot of my power. Why have you come? How did you find me here? What, did you plan to stop me? My storm actuator," he gestures to the room, "has generated enough power for my golem. that once it is done stomping that town to rubble, the raw power inside is enough to create a blast so large it will wipe out any survivors or fleeing rats. It matters not now what you do. I will kill you and everyone else who survives the onslaught to come. Their hand begins to charge, and you feel the air in the room become dangerous. And I need you all to roll initiative for me, please.
We're going in. Oh, fuck.
So, as per the normal rules, I have put D20s out on the table. I need 2 D20s rolled. So we've got one over here, and we've got one over here. The first one will be for the goblin.
Gonna kill that goblin.
17. Plus they have an initiative of...
Minus 10.
Minus 10.
No, they've got... so that's going to be a 19 total for the goblin.
What?
The mage rolled... Damn it!
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
You guys are the
Good
best.
roll.
I don't like that. So, that's a 6 total for the mage. However, Mathias Blackhelm,
20.
Good.
Liz.
Good.
Bonnie Blackhelm.
It's a natural 1 for a 5.
Excellent! Arabella Blackhelm,
12.
12. And Kip,
17.
17. Okay, so you feel in this room the energy charge, and you can sense that murderous intent from this particular being. Their minor monologue, their hatred, their anger, and this power surging off them. Now, for you guys as players, you will see in front of me that I have drawn a very crude battle map. This is so that you know exactly where you are during this fight, because for anybody who has ever played a mage before or fought against a mage before, distance, area of effect, it is all going to matter. So for this one time, there is going to be somewhat of a battle map on the table. Ooh. For podcast listeners, and for those who maybe can't see, it is a 120-foot room. This circular in nature. For you all, there are these windows, these high arch windows all around, and in the center, this 20 by 20-foot conical device that points towards this crystal in the center. Right the way across the room at 120 feet, you can see this mage. You have all fanned out in front of the door at this very south side, which is closest to me here. Mathias Blackhelm, you are up first. What would you like to do?
I think this man talks too much. Thinking what I'm thinking.
Stop the monologue.
Damn right. And he's going to start sort of sprinting forwards, straight towards him, I think.
Go, about to go. Punch him in the
What's
tip.
Um,
your movement speed?
Double check. Just make sure. 35 foot.
35 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. If you were going in a straight line, that would get you to here, Jack.
That's fine. I will do just that, and in my bonus action, I will take my potion of heroism.
Okay, tell us what that does.
So that will give me 10 temporary hit points for the next hour, which I desperately need.
And this is one of the potions you found in the dining room storage, I believe.
Yes, it was, yes. And also, I'm under the effect of the Bless spell.
Ooh.
Which is a D4, I believe, on attack rolls and saving throws and ability checks. And then, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, so movement and main action done. Next up, this goblin would actually be over there. That's miles away and I can't reach it. I need like a little sticky stick. Like one of those like hand things. It's fine. So this goblin who you can see, and I mean everybody who, in fact all 4 of you can give me a medicine check.
Jesus Christ. 6.
21.
14.
14.
Was that 21?
It was, yes.
Okay, so you can see that their cloudy eyes, which are normally for goblins this deep red, they are like cloudy and pink. They're probably blind.
Interesting.
And hence you think about when they said, I can smell their fear. And the fact that when you were in the rooms below, they couldn't see you. But eventually when you made noise, they ran off. You get the assessment that they're kind of blind, but they must have some kind of sense to know that you're there. They dart out from behind the master. Master! They run to your right-hand side, just moving into an open space where you can see they pull out a knife, which looks like a kitchen knife, and they are going to attempt to throw it towards... Kip, you are the closest one on this side. I need a D20 roll, please, twice. So we've got one over here, and then I need a second one, and one here. So we are looking for the lowest possible number. We are rolling with disadvantage. 8 and a 6. Okay, so this kitchen knife launches out from them, but it just flies across the room, clatters across the floor, and then, like a magnet, back to their hand.
Trixie bitch.
I don't like it.
No.
No.
She's got a knife.
They will take a bonus action
Oh, get stuffed.
to dash.
Can't have bonus actions. Rude.
And they move behind the other side of this conical device and out of sight of all of you.
Boo.
Kip, you are up.
Right, I think I'm going to move.
Okay, so you rush 20 feet forwards.
30 feet.
3 feet.
Correct! Maths boy got you covered there.
Yep.
The kobold can count. I am not going to be able to do much, am I? He is behind cover, is that right? The
He
goblin?
is, yeah. So the goblin is behind total cover, and you can see the apprentice on the other side, this mage, and you can see probably like the top half of their body. They're not going to get cover of any kind because you can see them.
Would you be able to move me? I'm going to dash as a bonus action
Yeah.
because I am a rogue. Can you move me 30 feet diagonally? Hopefully I'll be able to see him. Right.
You absolutely can.
Beautifully done.
Eat my arrow!
The goblin is 35 feet away from you.
Excellent. Right, it is time to draw my longbow and fire my first shot. And that is a 14 plus 6 to hit.
Okay.
20.
That.
Thank you.
What was it to hit?
For 20.
Yeah, absolutely hits.
Excellent.
So tell us how this shot goes off.
I don't think I get a sneak attack in this. But the arrow, as he moves behind this cover, he thinks he's safe, he's ducking down. And then suddenly this kobold, in almost like a blur of sort of darkness, he just runs off to the side and then turns and dives whilst firing an arrow straight for him. And I like to think it hits him in the leg.
Okay, roll damage, please.
D8, where's my D8? Oh, that's 9 piercing damage.
Okay, so as this arrow shunk into this goblin's leg, and you can hear that it hits bone. This goblin must be old and wizened and very much, they're not muscular in any way, and it like embeds into the thigh, and you hear it make contact with the bone, and that of the arrow reverberating under its own kinetic energy as it goes, master, I've been shot. Anything else from you, Kip?
No, I'm just going to feel a little bit sorry for him, and then, we'll move on.
Arabella Blackhelm. You hear the scream of an elder goblin, blind, who's been shot.
He's blind as well. Makes it worse.
Okay, I think Arabella is going to transform into a giant spider.
Okie doke.
Yay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And
How does it look when you transform?
how does it look? Again, I feel that it's that kind of like radiant light kind of just starts emanating from her body as these kind of 8 limbs just burst out in this kind of constellation and then form this spidery form. It's cool as fuck.
I was having to just call a spot.
It's cool. It looks really, really sweet. So she's going to transform into a spider, and then I don't know if this is actually going to do anything, but she's going to how far can I get? Where am I now? How far away am I?
You are currently just down here, right at the other side of it.
I'm going to web the crystal.
Okay.
Don't know why.
So it's 60 feet away from you currently.
I just want to see if it'll
Give
do
it a
anything.
go.
Yes, you're shooting some web out, yeah?
That's the, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm going to try and avoid, can I not hit, well, can I hit it kind of, so it's not going to be in the area of, who's next to the crystal?
Yeah,
Matty.
what area does it hit? Is it just a target, or does it create an area of effect?
Hold for
It just says hit one creature.
Okay, so it's just the creature.
So the
Absolutely
crystal,
fine.
like, does that
so
count?
You do need to make me a ranged attack roll with your web, please.
Ah, okay.
Unless
So
it says that
+5
you need to make a dexterity
No, it does
check.
say ranged weapon attack,
Okay.
yep. Cool. 14 to hit.
Hits.
Yee. I guess the crystal is restrained.
The crystal remains restrained, but what you see is like you fire this web at the crystal and it sticks around it, and very much like this whole half of it is encased, and then you can see that it wraps around to most of the back. You don't know what the other side looks like, but you definitely like shoot this web out towards it and hit it, and it sticks to it. You can only just about see like bits of color now through it. Give me a perception check, please.
Be good. Ooh, that was good. That was good. No, wait. 21.
Okay, as you go to like fire towards it, I imagine like with your spider eyes, there's like 8 eyes and all these like different visions, and just like the faces of a crystal, you see this eye for a moment refracted in all of them, in all of your eyes, which kind of gives it like a fly effect.
Yeah.
And for a second, you see this like human bright blue eye that flicks to this hazel, like raven's eye, and back again. And then the web hits. Anything else from yourself? Staying where you are, moving on.
I think that's me done. I'm just gonna.
Wait by the door.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. With that, no matter. The mage
Sits down, gives up, goes home.
That would be great.
Oh, you've defeated me! My crystal!
You're shot by a goblin.
My ultimate weakness. The very specific spider web.
How did you know?
I didn't think about it.
right there.
Is
So, the podcast listeners, I am pointing to a square on the map that is 35 feet away from most of you and 35 feet away from a kobold. As this mage pulls in and you see the storm strike the tower and that energy reverberates down. You see it hit the crystal and then flies towards like a ball of energy, this mage, but it creates like a small bead of blue, and they just let go, and it just hovers silently as arcs of electricity begin to pull off it until it hits the center here, and then it vanishes from existence. I need everybody to make me a reflex saving throw.
Do you mean a
please.
dexterity
A dexterity
saving
saving throw. I still play more Paizo stuff. I do need to double check. 5. Could I also have a D20 out there, please, for the goblin? Yeah, let's go, River. 7. They fail. They will be taking full damage. Arabella.
yes.
12.
Well, I believe that's a fail. Let's just double check, okay?
15 for Contessa, 17 for Bonnie.
Both pass.
Yes.
12.
Fail.
23.
Pass.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Goodbye, cruel world.
That's all on you, Bonnie. And Contessa.
And Matty. Matty's still up. He's good.
Rolled a 3.
Maybe not after this.
Oh, was it a 3? I thought you said
Yeah,
20.
no, it was a 3.
I did say 23.
For those
Oh,
of,
I thought you said 3. That's why I was like, oh.
for those of you who passed, sorry, for those of you who failed, you're going to take 27 points of electric damage.
Oh my.
For those of you who passed, you're going to take half of that, which is 13
Okay.
points of electric damage. As this mote of energy disappears from view, and then energy just goes out in this 40-foot sphere around this point and electrocutes everybody within that. The goblin, you watch as their body, their eyes begin to smoke and they drop down dead. They're like, Master, they shot me. Not if I shoot you first.
How much damage was it?
If you failed, it was 27.
I have 1 hit point.
Immediately.
I'm not a spider anymore, and I'm very glad that I turned into a spider. That was kind of the plan.
Okay, so
doesn't work like that in
this
2024 anymore.
rocks Kip to the very core. Like the energy arcs all the way up through your body.
Right through the cockles.
Okay.
For you, Mathias, how do you stave off this electricity?
I think it's the
So-
potion that helps me. Yeah, maybe it just
So
like
it was
toughens my
26
skin
wait,
to the
no,
point where
so
I'm
it
able
was
to resist it
26.
enough
I had 8,
Nice.
to stay
so
up in
19.
the fight.
For Arabella, what happens that you take this damage? What does it look like in your spider form as it forces you back once you hit your
Well, I
hit?
don't know if it
We're
doesn't.
just
I'm
sorting
getting
that out.
confused.
Amazing.
Yeah, so because it's 2024 rules. So in the 5E rules, what would happen is you would get HP according to your animal. When
Yeah.
that dropped, you would be forced back into your
Which what I
human
did, yeah.
shape. That doesn't happen anymore in 2024. You get temporary HP according to your level, and once it's gone, it's gone. But you retain your wild shape until you drop it, basically.
That's amazing.
It is, it's really cool.
You live and learn.
Yeah. It's only because I've been playing a druid in 2024 that I know these things.
So, you can retain your form then, and for Bonnie, what's it look like as you and the Contessa also resist this electrical energy?
I think Contessa bites down really hard on her bit that's in her mouth, and Bonnie likewise bites her braid, and they both grit it through, and like the power of combined horse-girl friendship sees them through.
You see them.
You gain 5 temporary HP, so that's
To this moment after the spell, as you guys like are stunned, your bodies rot. The energy around them for a moment stops crackling, and then you slowly start to
So you
watch
take
it build
out
up
5,
again.
And then the rest, are you down? Yeah.
I don't think this will take me long.
I'm down, by
Our
the way.
sister's dead.
Are you down?
I'm down, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Is it like a little curled up spider?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So do you retain your form even when unconscious?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think it
so,
drops
yeah.
when you're
Okay.
unconscious.
So you watch, though, as the rest of you come back from this electric shock. You turn over and you see that spider's turned over and its legs curling, and just in that moment you watch as the colour's about to fade, the body of Bonnie, nope, not Bonnie, Arabella Blackhelm lies on the ground. You probably see, like, the chest moving very shallow. Bonnie Blackhelm,
Oh no.
you are up.
Oh god. Jeez.
Oh jeez.
Kill him.
Oh, jeez!
Oh, she's oh man. What can I do as a bonus action? Oh, she's oh man. Okay, I'm immediately going to bonus action Hunter's Mark the mage.
Roger.
Is that his name? And then I am going to.
It was very funny. Take a point of inspiration.
Oh, thanks. I am going to. Bonnie is going to leap from the Contessa, and she is going to scoop Arabella up in her arms and hold her so tight, like I imagine that they maybe did as kids, like during like thunderstorms or something, and just holding on as tight as she can. And I'm going to cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds on her sister. That is going to be 22 points of healing for you.
Thank you very much.
And that's my goal.
Okay. What's it look like as you put this magical healing in?
I think both the sisters have very nature-based magic. There is a deep connection with the world around them, but obviously Arabella's from the stars and Bonnie's from the earth. And I think there's this smell of like fresh cut grass, like, you know, when the dew starts to form as twilight falls. And as she holds her tight, there's just these little motes of starlight mingling that blossom into little flowers around them, as it's like the combination of their two magics together.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's very pretty.
Thank you. See, I can do serious. Tits. There we go, right, get.
The balance has been
Anything
restored.
from the Contessa?
No, she doesn't do stuff unless I tell her to. She's just going to stand there being like...
Okay.
Which we all means, good job.
Mathias,
Oh, am I
we're
go?
back to the top of the round.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe I'm 80 foot away.
You should be. Exactly 80 foot away.
I actually have a walking speed of 40 foot, which I should have done last time. But I'm going to use my walking speed of 40 foot,
40 foot, yeah?
and then my bonus action, use a key point to do a dash. So get me right up there, and that's it.
Right there.
And I'm just going to go, I'm just start punching.
Stop blasting.
I'm just, so anyway.
So you full on like Naruto run.
Wow, look at him go.
Look at him go.
Okay, watch it.
No, that's not
I watch way too much of that show. As you run up,
great.
Mate.
Does a 13 hit?
no. As they just,
Disappointed.
they see you running towards, and they just like turn a shoulder.
Does a 15 hit?
Shield.
Oh.
As
Classic mage.
maybe the first one's like a feint, and they go to dodge it, and you're like, I've got you, you bitch. And you just fucking go to uppercut into them, and they just, and their hand comes up, and you watch as their eyes glow, and this like magnetized energy that you would find with like electricity and the storms, just your hand should make contact with this like force field, like wind and magnetized energy pushing against your hand. No, I think not. You will all beg for forgiveness from me.
He's a feisty bugger.
What did we do?
I tried to punch him. Didn't work. That makes people angry most of the time.
Yeah, but they get over it.
No, not this guy.
Anything else?
That's me. Unfortunately.
The goblin is dead.
Yay!
Hey,
Kip.
that's me, right. I am going to steady aim, which gives me advantage on my next attack.
Beautiful.
Now, do I go for the crystal or do I go for him?
That's up to you.
They have shield up at the minute. They've got
Well,
shield.
you can only use shield once.
No, but it's until the next turn, I believe.
Yes. So
Oh,
this force
bugger.
feed now is in play until the start of his next go.
In which case, I will do it against the crystal.
Okay.
Well, let's see if I can hit it. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Okay, excellent, right. Okay, here we go. D6.
Come on.
You
Right,
had
that's
advantage
not-
on the roll as well,
that's
so you
a
will
D8,
have
7,
sneak attack on
8,
this.
9, 10. So that's 10
Yeah.
piercing, and then my sneak attack damage, 3d6. I drop one, I shall pick a different one then. And that's another 16 sneak damage.
Okay.
Very nice.
So 26 total, yeah?
Yeah.
As you maybe you slow your breathing, you bring the bow up and you and it just impacts the crystal, and as it does so, it does bounce off it because it is a hardened object. It like, and you watch it chips a bit of it away, and you see that like the energy in the room like falters almost. You like feel this like wave of energy like out from it, but it doesn't feel the same as. Well, give me an Arcana check.
Very well. I shall. That's a 13 plus. Where is it? Plus 2. So.
You expect to see arcs of lightning, these static charges, this tingling in your skin. You hit the crystal, and it's like, for a moment, you are dreaming. And you just, there is just a serene moment. It's a split second of it, where it's almost euphoric. Anything else from you?
If I have time, as I shoot this arrow and it hits the crystal, I want to look at the wizard's face to see what his reaction is to this.
Okay, so he's currently on the back end of dealing with the punch from Mathias, and you strike at the crystal, and their eyes dart across to you.
I thought we might do that. Yes, okay.
You will step back from that, you vermin scum. I will kill you all, and I will destroy that wretched town of yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell us.
I stick my middle finger up at
That's it, go for it.
How uncivilized.
and that's my turn.
I don't know where fear came into that. I think, Mathias, you see that his head turns, and like it's almost like you're not a problem anymore, and he like looks towards this kobold.
I think Mathias just sees an opening. He's like, I got you.
Gotcha, bitch!
You're mine.
Is this sober, Mathias?
Arabella Blackhelm.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I'm kind of. Are you still like clutching onto me every day?
I think I'm sort of like enough to like let you go. Now I've seen that you're breathing.
Oh, Bonnie, thank you very much.
So I won't ever let you die. What? Okay.
She gets to her feet. I don't know if this is a thing that I can do, so I'm going to ask. So I've got my staff. I can use 6 charges of to cast Wall of Thorns, and I have an idea. I would like, if possible, I don't know if it can go through things. Could Wall of Thorns go through a crystal? Because it doesn't say.
So creatures and objects inside the area will probably take damage, because that's how that spell works. If it specifically says it pushes them to one side, then it will do that. If not, when a creature, it should say something like when a creature first enters the area or when a creature moves into it for the first time, it will take damage. So chances are it's going to take the damage as soon as you cast this.
Because I kind of want to just like split it, well, try and kind of
How long's a wall of
collect
thorns?
it in twain.
Big.
It's big. So, well, it's got a range of 120 feet. So I can choose to make it 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 foot thick, or in a circle. But I'm going to do like basically a straight line.
Are you starting it from you, or are you...
No.
No,
No, I'm not,
no.
Ian. I am not starting it
no,
from
no.
me. And I'm going to move probably how much? That way a bit.
Movement speed?
I need to have a look. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm like going between. Arabella, movement speed.
I imagine so. Could be 25.
I've got 30 feet. So
30
if
feet.
yeah. So basically wherever I can get to that it won't hit someone else.
I mean, you can get to here with that movement, which puts you at almost like a nice, like 45 degrees away from everybody.
Yeah, that's perfect. So when the wall appears, each creature in its area, which it'll just be the crystal, I guess.
Yeah, so you're going to put it 60 feet, pretty much right across, with it in the center of it.
Yeah. I want to cleft this crystal in twain, basically, is the vibe. If I can.
First.
I've already walked him. Thanks. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I believe creatures can make efforts to move through the wall. I think it's strength checks and stuff like that. But double check all that one for me. How much damage does something take, and does it need to make a save?
It needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Automatically fails the dexterity
I
saving
thought
throw.
it might. And then it is 7d8.
Okay. Big guns.
Big guns
Shit.
indeed. So yeah, she kind of. I'm envisioning very much like a Gandalf moment here. On the bridge of Khazad-dûm. As she like, lifts it up, kind of the renewed energy, like that kind of like combined magical forces, lifts it up, whacks it down, and you just see this massive, like kind of earthy, starry, gnarly thorn wall maybe crash through this crystal. Where's my d8s? There they are.
So how many d8s is
thank
this,
you.
and what type of damage, please?
Oh, sorry, it's piercing
Okay,
damage.
good to know.
Okay, so that's 4. Okay, 5.
It's a respectable roll.
12, and then how many was that? Wait, 1, 2, 4, and then 3. Okay, maths.
What about you, Jack?
Yeah.
I can't see.
1, 2. What did I just? So that was 4. So
That's 12.
yeah.
16.
Thank you.
I did
I'm just
maths,
feeling so
Jack.
much pressure.
You're learning.
16 points
Yeah.
of piercing damage, yeah?
That's going to happen every turn, isn't it?
Only, is it when it moves?
Probably when it starts its turn there.
It says each time a creature enters a space in the wall on a turn or ends its turn there, the creature makes a dex saving throw and taking 7d8 slashing damage on the next go.
Okay, cool. So like the vines are like constantly trying to like wrap around
yeah,
it. Okay,
yeah.
cool. Because I would argue me being like, well, it's not moving. But I imagine the vines are constantly like writhing because they're magical.
Yeah.
I will tell you both, actually, because of the type of damage that you've done. You think that your strike should have shattered something like that. And you think, again, like this is a powerful spell.
Yeah.
And it seems resistant to that type of damage. Okay. You can make me a survival check or an arcana check, both of you that have made damage to it so far.
Arcana for me, please. That's a dirty 20.
Is that on survival or arcana?
Arcana.
Arcana.
18?
And arcana?
Oh, both.
Or survival?
Oh, no, it's both the same.
Okay.
It's +3 to both,
Perfect.
so yeah, it doesn't really matter.
This is obviously some kind of arcane crystal, so you imagine that, the magics on it are strong. However, crystal itself is probably vulnerable to a few things like bludgeoning or to thunder damage with that kind of check, especially with, I think for Arabella yourself, who's worked with crystals your entire life, you know that blunt force trauma and things like thunder damage are more effective against things like crystals. When you damage it, again, you think that there's going to be this thunder damage around the room, and you just have this moment, and I think for you in particular, you feel like you are floating amongst the stars. And for a split second, as the thunder outside and the lightning is in the distance, you think back to a dream you had. And as that thunder and lightning, you see the constellations moving like they were a giant walking across the sky.
Yeah.
You can now give me another Arcana check.
Goodness me. Making this work very
Rolls
hard.
after rolls.
That was a 6.
We will move on. Anything else from your turn?
I can't move anymore, so no. I'm good.
Excellent.
I think.
Leave that alone.
No.
Good answer.
You watch, especially you, Mathias, as you pull your hand back, that energy shield drops around them, and as it does so, as it cascades away, so do they.
Okay. Brilliant.
As I reach across my GM screen to go grab a mini, you can't see them anymore.
Yes.
It's fine. I can leave it there. I know roughly. Oh, Tommy's got it for me. Thank you very much. I will take the mini. I think for you, Arabella, you know they've cast invisibility.
Cool.
You have to go easy on me now.
Matthias,
It's back me again. Christ.
you could actually take a attack of opportunity as you feel them move away from you.
Do I?
You have disadvantage on that roll, however.
This is presumably before his go, then.
Yes, this is an attack of opportunity if he wants to
So
take
it's just
it.
a reaction. You might as well take it. It's free.
No,
No.
I will not take the reaction.
I like that. Thank you.
I'm probably saving it for something useless, but we'll see.
I have to do some mental moving in my mind's eye.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know where they are. You may not see them on the map, but I see them in my mind.
Okay. That's all we need to know.
He's wherever you move to.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Bonnie Blackhelm.
Cool. I would like to, as a bonus action, plant my feet and cast Stone Cunning to get Tremor Sense to be able to pinpoint the location of the mage. They're also Hunter's Marked, so that's double effective.
Oh, tell me what
Hell
Hunter's
yes.
Mark does.
Let me find it. I think Hunter's Mark. Actually, let me double check because I think Hunter's Mark means that I just always know where they are. My quarry. Hunter's Mark.
Killer.
You have advantage on any wisdom check you make to find the target. But Tremor Sense lets you, as long as it's in contact with the ground, lets you pinpoint it.
Counterspell.
Fuck you.
I think you go to like plant your feet and they can see you, and as you go to like do this, you just hear none of that dwarven trickery here. They will reappear because they're casting a spell.
I will just say, I think
Amazing.
stone cunning is not a spell.
It's
It
a trait.
a trait of a dwarf.
Ignore that you saw that then.
It's alright, because I know where he is anyway.
We got him.
Fair enough. If it's not a spell, they would know that and they wouldn't cast counterspell.
Rewind.
Within 60 feet?
Yep. Sick.
Yeah.
I am going to try and make an attack with my longbow. I'm going to use an acid arrow.
Okay, so only you currently know where they are.
That's
Yeah.
fine. Very nice.
For you, what's your vision of them as well as like as this tremor sense? Because obviously, like it could be something like Predator's vision. It could be that you see the vibrations of them moving. Is it? You tell us how you see them with the tremor sense.
I think it's sightless. I think it's it is this connection, this deep connection with the earth. I think it's deep. Bonnie's a farmer. She's of the land. She knows the land. She knows how stone is wrought, and I think she feels almost the atoms around her and the shifts as you know, and she knows well enough by now the shifts that her brother and her sister make. She's learnt very quickly the shifts that Kip makes, being a small light creature. This is different, and she can pinpoint the difference in the atom shift in the stone.
I love it.
She rolled very well. 24 to hit.
That's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't kill my horse. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to roll well.
Just let it happen.
I have to. I cannot shield against that. I don't have mage armor.
Let it
up.
be.
That's going to be, first off, 12 points of piercing damage. He's also now slowed by 10 feet because of my weapon mastery. Another 2 points for Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
And another point of acid damage.
15 points total. You watch as you get this sense of where they are, and you can see them. They moved quick, but they weren't running. It's like an unnatural movement. And you pick it up in the stone as you get this tremor sense, and they over to the other side of this room, and you can see them. And it looks like they're about to be like casting some sort of magic again, as they seem to be preparing for something near Kip. And you send this arrow out, and it hits into like their shoulder, which disrupts what they're doing. And they like snap the arrow off, and their eyes, and you see probably like for a split second this electrical energy turn towards you.
There's no point being a little bitch if you're not going to tell us what you're being a little bitch about. And then I'm going to grab the Contessa, and we're going to move together. 40 feet. How close can I get to that wall of thorns without being in it, but to get hidden by it? There, put me there, yeah.
All you Lightwellians are the same. Proud. You are just arrogant. You cast people aside with no thought. You are prejudiced and you are weak, and I will destroy you all.
We're from Dimwell.
Dimwell, Lightwell, it's all the same to me.
It's really not.
Prove it.
I mean, you should go and have a look. It's vastly different.
But you will die the same.
Matty, punch him. He's over there.
I'm tempted by that orb.
All right.
So
If you don't mind.
Good for you.
You can probably no longer see it at a glance within that wall of thorns. You don't see. You probably see where the arrow roughly went, but you don't see exactly where it hit because they are still invisible, I'm afraid.
That's fine.
Anything else from you, Bonnie?
Is everything?
Mathias, is you up at the top of the go. You hear your sister call out. They're over there. You don't see where she called that from or where she's pointing to because she's behind a wall of thorns. But you get the sense, and you've got. I mean, what's your passive perception?
Don't think it's great. It is 12.
Yeah, I think reasonable enough that you know that it happened over that side of the room.
That's fine. I think I'm going to still head towards the orb in the middle. Is it, like, can I get to it within melee range?
So, probably not without trying to climb this conical device. And it is, it's 20 foot at the base, and it rises about 5 feet, so it's this weird angle. And you can see that it's etched with, like, magical runes, and it would be an athletics check to try and climb it.
With the dash, you'll be able to get there very low.
Yeah, but I've got
40 will get you
climb.
up to it.
Yeah. Athletics, you say?
Athletics, I say, sir.
It's not my...
What if he did a flip onto it?
I don't think you can flip in D&D.
You say it was 20, 25 foot up, you said. How big? How high? How high?
It's only 5 foot off the ground,
Oh, right.
this cone, and then it seems to be suspended about another 5 foot up from the tip of this cone. And then above that, by another sort of 5-10 feet, is the tip of the next cone that faces down.
Okay.
Imagine it like the areas of an hourglass, and it's where that aperture in the middle is.
Okay. I will run up to the orb as far as I can.
Yeah, your movement is 40, yeah?
Yes. How far would that get me?
40 will get you right to the edge of here. Here!
That's it. Make the move.
I love that the table moves forward every time I do it.
Okay.
I didn't plan this through, did I?
No.
That was some bad prep work.
It'll be fine.
Come on, Matty, you got this.
I'm going to attempt to move.
You're
up.
not the most useless Black Helm clan member, no matter what everybody says.
They say that. Oh, 20.
Hey.
Dirty 20 to climb.
Indeed, a dirty 20.
I'll make it a DC 21.
It is now.
Please no.
You can spend your dash action to move up to, and you pull yourself up to the top of this cone, and you can see that within arm's reach is this web-covered crystal, but it is not covered from your side. Give me a perception check, please.
Come on, Matty. No.
6.
You see, like, the color change in it, like something moves, but you don't know if that's the shadows outside, the reflections of the storm, of yourself. Yeah, you can see that as you get to the top of that, this wall of thorns, it's 5 foot thick, isn't it?
What is
The
that?
wall of thorns.
Yes. Sorry.
Does that mean I can't see it?
I would say that you can see it, but it essentially, we're going to have to move into the space where the thorns are to attack it.
But I would be 5 foot outside of it, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
And he has got
Yeah, I
a 5 foot
suppose.
reach.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
But, I mean, if you punched into a bramble bush,
Yeah.
Ow.
I don't think we're going to do 78 of slashing damage. That's not fair. We'll do a
Yeah.
D6
Okay.
of slashing damage for punching into a bramble
You just
bush.
put your hand in, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. It's not your whole body. I think a D6 is
I'll try
reasonable.
one punch.
Could be one, could
Let's
be
see,
six.
see where we go.
One punch!
It's
Now what?
25 to hit.
Damn it! 25 hits.
Okay. It's a D8. So that'll be 4 plus 4 is 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, bludgeoning.
Doubled.
As I,
Oh, doubled.
how much damage do I take, if any, from the brambles?
A D6. Tommy, I'm borrowing a D6.
Okay,
What?
you can borrow that
He'll
anytime.
take that as another.
Did you do 8 points, yeah, that I'm doubling?
Yeah, so 16.
16, okay.
So,
Damn,
okay,
son.
and he goes in for the next punch.
Yeah.
Next punch.
13 to hit.
Misses. That will be another D6.
I bet he missed.
Still trying to make the attack. Same as a fire elemental, you're taking the damage. That is 4 points of piercing damage.
I'll take the 4 points. Okay, that's me done.
You strike into it in this moment where the thorns pull to one side, and you put a hefty crack into that crystal. Help me! You hear from the inside like a whisper. And I think in that second you see this like raven's eye blink at you. And then as it blinks and reopens, it's like a deep blue human eye.
Okay. Well, that's my turn. I'm not sure what he'll say in that moment, but I think he's probably quite bemused. He's kind of like, what the fuck is that? What's going on?
Kip.
What are you doing, pal?
Well, I didn't see any of that, so I'm going to shoot my arrow at it.
Okay, so you currently can't see the target, so you're shooting at the crystal, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. It has partial cover in the Wall of Thorns. I'll give it a +2 to its AC, but you can absolutely make the shot.
Okay, I'm going to steady aim.
Yeah,
allow
give
me
yourself,
To get, yeah. Okay, so right. Well, no, that's probably not good.
The
is
advantage because of steady aim.
it? Do you?
Yep, that's what you said before.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was so close.
That teetered on a 1 and then just flipped gently onto the 19.
It's a damn shame. Did you see what I mean? I wasn't ready for that. I literally turned around and the ladies were like, I've got a fan. It's warm, innit? Yeah.
So that's a 25 to hit.
25 hits and you get sneak attack.
Excellent. So that's, oh wow, that's 8, 9, 10, 11 piercing damage and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11 sneak damage. Wow, piercing damage.
So total there was,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
halved because of the type of damage it is, but it's all adding up. You strike your arrow true, and it embeds into the crystal this time, and the arrow disappears.
Oh.
And you watch as the crystal, and for Matty, you see it, like bits of it are starting to fall away. It is barely holding on. And you hear, more.
Oh.
Anything else? Anything else from Kip?
No, but he said more.
Something came from the crystal.
That said more?
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm just going to just sort of...
Okey doke.
This is fine.
You're staying where you are, yeah?
Yeah, I'll stay where I am. Yeah, well, I have to. I steady aimed.
Arabella.
Hello. Okay. I think this could potentially cause some damage.
Nice.
Do it. Kill them all. You're good at killing your family.
Matty,
Her sister's here tonight.
Matty,
Roll
how are
up.
you doing? Are you all right up there?
I'm doing just fine. Bring me up
Okay.
for the next attack.
Good, because hold on.
Matty, you might want to jump off.
Or well, can't now.
Right,
too late.
okay.
Level 9 ice knife. Straight to Matty.
No.
She's got ice in her eyes.
Daggers. Arabella is going to cast Tidal Wave. Again, kind of, I'm going to move. Could you move me? Move me a bit.
Where?
That way.
For a bit, come on.
That way.
To the right. I kind of want to try and not. No, keep the other way.
This way.
Come on, how don't you know? Come on.
Wait, go around
I'm
and
just
move
gonna
yourself.
do it.
Shit, you guys got legs. Ooh.
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 Tell me this is 100 foot wide and just like washes the room clear. Tell me you haven't
Matty.
read half the spell, please.
No, because I can do it in a line again, essentially. So it's going to be a 30-foot long and 10 feet. Well, it says up to 10 feet wide, so I'm just going to do it 5 foot wide straight through the middle of that.
Oh, I don't think it hit.
Move to there.
Yeah. I
You've got the movement, go to there.
See, you knew all along, though. I mean, why did you do that in the first place?
you got me. It's fine.
I'm not gonna like, oh, you moved exactly out of it, and I'm not letting you have that. No, you can move up to it. You have your movement, and you know your spells.
Yeah. Sure, Jan. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna conjure this. Again, it's almost like it's like a giant glitter wave. Like it's sparkle. It's like kind of like when the sun's hitting the sea, and it's just like gorgeous, like kind of sparkly loveliness, but deadly. And yeah, it's just this line of water going through the crystal. And again, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
It fails.
Yep.
What do you mean it can't move out of the way?
The
And this
crystal
is-
had eyes.
But it does.
This is 48 bludgeoning damage.
Roll it up, and then double it.
Double.
Double!
Double.
Unbludgeoning.
Oh, don't mind if I double.
Excellent.
2, 4, 6, 11.
I don't think that's how a 2 times table goes.
No, 2, 4, 6. Stop! Don't do this to me.
2, 4, 6, 11.
But it is 11 in total.
So 22.
Not today,
That's
dyscalcular
like Cotton Eye
girl.
Joe maths right there, isn't it?
So 22 damage, please.
Is that it doubled, yeah?
Yeah.
And it would just miss Matty as well, because that's the end of that 30-foot line. Matty, you see this tidal wave coming, a spell you've probably not seen from your sister before, and you are like,
Just holding on for dear life. Like,
To this flat crystal surface.
as
very
it
true, yeah.
smashes into it. And for a moment, I mean, I'll let you make a perception check, because you are the closest one.
Nat 20 with 22.
You watch this eye, which is fixed on you, moves towards it, and you just watch it gently close.
Okay.
Oh.
The water smashes this crystal, and you watch it as it bursts apart. And that eye, in this moment, is refracted through the water, and it looks ginormous. It looks like it's 10 foot high, yeah?
Yes.
It looks like it fills the space of the water for a brief moment.
Oh, no.
Good. And then it forms into a humanoid shape.
Oh, I hope it's on our
Yes.
side.
I had my worries.
Yeah.
I think they've been confirmed.
Yes, I think so.
Oh, no.
I just want my description.
Whoopsie.
Do you reckon it's allied with us?
No.
No.
I might run away. Not my family.
True. We nearly killed you anyway.
Are we that attached to Lightwell?
Don't be. You see a human man fall as the water disperses from this spell. They hit this conical metal device next to you on their back, and it like bends it in a very uncomfortable position. They are wearing these like long, beautiful blue robes. They have this dark, dark skin, and you see this like piercing blue eye. And then the other eye is like that of a raven's eye. You can all make me a history check. As they hit the top of that cone, you hear them say, as they're saying, thank you, but then that knocks them unconscious and they begin to roll down the device towards the floor, and they look diminished and they look very malnourished. You hear this invisible voice, no, they are my prisoner, they are my conduit. And this body will fall and will land just over on this side, just here, unconscious. History check, what did we roll?
Nat 1, baby.
Hell yes, Siobhan. Keeping it on brand.
12.
17.
22.
Matty, in the very first room you entered in this castle, there was a stone depiction of waves and magic and skulls, and above it was this large portrait of a dark-skinned wizard man with a crow or a raven on their shoulder. This is them. Mm-hmm. They were also the person wearing the hat that somebody has now got. The mage's...
Hat of Wizardry, was it?
Yes,
Yeah.
hat of wizardry. They were wearing that hat.
Well, it's mine now.
You can probably assume with that, this was their keep.
Okay.
They fall to the ground with this thank you, but they look tired and they land unconscious on the ground as this other body screams. Anything else from you on your turn, Arabella?
I think I'm going to move... Oh, no. How far did I move? Oh, sorry.
You would have moved. I'm going to say that's your
Yeah,
movement because
yeah,
I don't
that's
remember.
No, you know, I think that's going to be it, I think, for me on this round. Yeah.
Always working out ranges. Don't like it.
He's doing some maths.
Stop it.
Stop it, you.
Naughty boy.
Oh no.
No.
What's your max HP?
Me? 28.
Oh, no.
But I do have.
One
You
health
on?
point.
One.
I do have. If it makes any difference,
Pretty
uncanny
cool.
dodge. So if an attack.
Remember that.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I genuinely have to go measure around the other side of the table because this is very specific. As the mage pops back into existence and you can see them coalescing cold in their hand, and you watch as that begins to turn to lightning. They are going to cast what should be Cone of Cold, but they are changing the nature of the magic to lightning.
No.
This is a 60-foot cone. This is their big spell.
Aren't we immune to lightning damage?
We are, but he's changing it
Oh.
Changed it to lightning.
to lightning. Oh, but
So
is
is a cone
is
of
it
cold
legit
to
lightning?
Oh, it's special
it cold
lightning.
lightning?
Is it special lightning?
Is he visible now then? Okay, good. Well, that's at least something.
Invisible.
At least I can see him behind me.
At least you'll see your death coming.
I've been.
Oh, that's a very
we're
big
all
cone,
in it.
isn't it?
Oh, it's a big cone.
It's a big
isn't
cone.
it? I don't like that. Oh.
I think that's everyone.
Yeah, that is.
We gon' die.
He always
He's
is.
really pleased with
Always.
himself.
I like playing a mage. It's all about lining them up and then just watching them fall.
Well, come on then.
TP chaos.
Tell us how we die.
Oh.
Yep.
Constitution saving throw from everyone, please.
Oh, I can't use uncanny dodge then. Oh.
Okay.
Let's start down here, Matty.
18.
Okay.
It's an 18 minus the 10, so an 8. Just a little bit worse than you.
18 and then 8. did you
An
say?
8, yeah.
Yeah.
Pass, fail.
18 for Bonnie, 23 for Contessa.
Both pass,
5.
fail.
Minus 1.
Do you know what we didn't take into account? You guys are immune to lightning.
We are immune to lightning.
I shouldn't have done you any damage
Oh.
with that converted fireball.
Oh.
I will give you all 20 hit points back for my mistake.
Oh, that is awfully
Oh,
generous.
thank you.
Oh, cool.
Mainly because I can't remember the damage I dealt, and I think that I know it was 27 max.
It was 27 because I was down to 1 hit point and I was already on full.
You take 27
So-
back. Did you pass or fail that one before?
I did pass.
So you take 13 back.
13
Yeah,
back.
so it'd be the same.
13 for you in the
Yeah.
contest, 27 for you
20,
because you
yeah.
failed.
Yay!
And that's the thing with D&D, guys. You can wreck on the things that you make the mistakes on.
Yep.
As time... you should be immune to lightning,
Yep.
and they haven't clocked that. As they convert this cone of cold into lightning, well, maybe I want that.
I'm just going to write down Contessa's health.
I don't need you to keep it over there. This cone of lightning fires out from them, and you all brace yourself for the pain, and it doesn't come. The beta blockers work. Once more, you can have another point of inspiration for keeping me true on that.
Ow, we have to act it.
Oh, no.
Ow, it hurts.
That's a big one for me. However, they realise that this time.
The actor didn't work.
The Stormfather. How petty. They will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They Misty Step
Boo.
Okay.
because they're going to... Oh, I can't do that because that's a leveled spell, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Woo.
Don't Misty Step.
No, they don't.
Oh, dear. Oh, I fucked that turn. They go... Wrong guy, sorry. I've made a mistake, and you guys may as well capitalize on this now.
Oh, yeah.
They cast this spell and then watch as it doesn't take. Your exploration of this place, your adventuring has come in as a boon to you, and they look pissed. Well, if the storm won't get you, I have other tricks up my sleeve. Bonnie Blackhelm, you're up.
I'm going to come out 10 feet so I'm not within the wall of thorns. Give me another 5. Let's do it. Let's go 15 feet out. That's the one. I am going to be like, sounds like you should just stop. Like, maybe just don't. And I'm going to I'm going to do an arrow. Acid arrow again. Might as well use them.
Do you get advantage with Hunter's Mark at all?
No, it just gives me extra damage. Have you... 21 to hit.
It hits and I can't shield it.
So that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage, plus 4 points for Hunter's Mark, plus 4 points of acid, plus I'm then going to use as my bonus action something I have not done before, and that is going to be Hail of Thorns. So as this acid arrow kind of hits and splatters, like a rain of thorns sprouts from it. I think like tinged and sizzling with that acid as well. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okie doke. I need somebody out there to roll me a d20, please. There we go.
Yay!
Yeah! Is this your first ever dice roll?
Yeah.
Just.
They failed. That's really good.
Again.
Usually you want the other side of that, but now he's rolled bad, which against these guys for them is amazing.
I'm also doing this at second level, so it's going to be 2d10
Oh my God.
worth of piercing damage.
Stormlord, no.
The Dill Father will see you now. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
Get wrecked.
I don't like that.
It's all right.
I fucking love Rangers.
You see them starting to look hurt. They are looking angry and like the thorn in their side.
That's me.
Anything else from you, Bonnie?
But that's everything. I'm just going to call out to my brethren and Kip and be like, right, I've set it up for you. Knock him out, please. I'd like to go home.
Yeah, Kip. Oh, no, sorry, Mathias, you were up.
Okay. How far can I get with 40 foot of movement towards him?
Oh, 5 foot outside.
Bloody bugger. Well, put me there, please.
Bloody bugger.
I'm gonna. Can I do a bonus action flurry blows now because it will give me an extra 10 foot of speed?
Does it say when you make
It doesn't
a melee
say in it.
attack?
It just says you expend a focus point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
To make.
To make.
Oh,
Yeah, the
that's a
wording
bit-
is a little bit to and fro-y.
Yeah.
Because you're not with it. So, Dick GM's like, you're not within range to make a melee attack.
You make the ruling as you would see fit.
I'm going to say no. You
Okay,
have to be able
that's
to
fine.
make the attack.
Step of the wind, get up to him anyway.
Inspiration.
And then I will make my 2 attacks as I do usually.
Excellent.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
That's a 16 to hit.
It might.
Shield.
Oh, for God's sake.
God damn it. I don't know what to do with myself now. That's it.
Second attack.
Sure. Let's give it a go.
Oh, why not? Treat yourself.
Much better, much better. That's a 19 plus 8. 27 to hit.
I think like he goes to bring up the shield on your first one and it like boom, off that magnetized energy. The second one, you come in with such force that it pushes against that. Like it's almost like that polarization, and you make contact through that shield.
And I will, as once per turn, I can do a stunning strike. So I'm going to expend a focus point.
So do the damage, and then
I will
let's
do
do
the
stunning
damage.
strike.
That's D8 plus 4. That's 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And can you make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, please?
Okay, we need a D20 from the audience, please. Somebody out there who it. There we go.
Roll low.
Roll high.
No, no. No, no.
Oh.
It could be enough. They're a mage, and they're not very good.
What's the save, please?
13.
Which type of save?
Constitution.
Fail.
Love you.
Hell yeah.
Stunned.
That's my boy.
He can do fuck.
You are now considered stunned until the start of their next turn.
A whole round
Look
of
at me,
Mage's best friend, isn't it? Okay, stun, D&D 2024. Let's have a look.
Stunning.
Basically incapacitated. He can't do anything
Is it for 1 round?
until the start of
until
his
the
next
start
turn.
of their next turn.
Oh, their
sorry,
next
no, until the start of my next turn. Sorry. Start of my next turn.
Yeah, stunning strikes. Nasty.
That sucks.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Monks are cool.
I'm actually trying to bring up the condition here. Where is it? You read it out for
So
me.
you are incapacitated.
Yeah.
So you've got that as well. Saving throws, you automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws.
Yep.
And attack rolls against you have advantage.
Oh my god.
I believe he can't move at all, can he?
Incapacitated. No, he is out of the count. He's like, "Whoa."
Cool.
His bell is officially rung.
If you're incapacitated, you can't take any action, bonus action, or reaction. Any concentration is broken. You can't speak. And you were considered surprised, but that doesn't really matter for here, so...
You probably can shit yourself, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Free action.
Just vacate everything.
Luckily, he knows prestidigitation.
No, but you can't cast it.
Cast it, though, can you?
But he is conscious, so he has to sit in it. We all get advantage now until start
Indeed.
of his next turn.
Sick.
I can't do anything about that.
No.
Oh.
Matty, how do you ring his bell?
I just clock him around the jaw. I think, like he cast that shield, and I just kind of move it away, and I just clock him around the jaw.
I think you watch the lightning leave his eyes.
Yeah, that's good. I like
And
it.
they return to this dark, heavy bags, and the storm outside ends. We are going to go to break.
Nice.
We're going to take 10 minutes.
Damn.
Will I try and find a way out of this? No, we're going to take 10 minutes. Thank you very much, guys. See you then.
Yes.
Is the music stopped?
We're all waiting for you, mate.
We're a barbershop quartet now. Did you hear?
I was going to say, who's left out?
Right.
Are we on the end?
We're immune to lightning damage.
Lightning damage!
I have tried for 10 minutes to find my way out of this,
There is no way out.
and it's not happening. I have to hope that you cannot put the amount of damage on that will take them down.
Just watch us.
You basically have 2 rounds on me here,
Yeah.
which is horrible. Horrid.
Let's get him.
How's everyone doing? How are you all guys all getting on all right? Good. It's good to
Yeah.
see you all. I'm going to try and put this off for as long as possible. We got to get some content out, guys. No, let's jump back in. You guys have entered the topmost room in the Eastern Tower to find what you heard to be called the Storm Actuator. This machine that seems to be able to harness the storm that this individual, now that they have been incapacitated, appears to have conjured. And you know that this storm has been here for weeks, and it has been a constant. You battle hard, and luckily your boons that you found throughout this castle, this keep, have kept you safe from damage so far. Matty, in this moment, while this crystal is covered in thorns and has been struck by an arrow, climbs up and punches it, and you've seen this eye, this being inside, and then finally Arabella's tidal wave shatters it, and this wizard that you've seen in that very first room, that portrait of them, falls unconscious to the ground. The mage themselves, this storm-powered mage, tries to get you all within a cone of their natural magics, and it fails, and they realize it. And in this moment, their guard drops, and Matty
Have it.
casts Time Stop on the wizard. That was a very clever joke.
Magic.
That was great.
That was a very clever joke from me.
I was going to give you inspiration, but I don't have that power.
You're right, you don't. But I have the power now to die. Because like I said, I've tried for 10 minutes to work out if there's any way to save this guy, and I just have to hope you cannot put the damage down. I will tell you they have 48 hit points left.
Okay,
yeah, they're gonna
let's
die.
do this. Let's do this.
Easy.
Yeah.
As like your fist comes away, that shield is technically still in play because it's not a concentration, but it still has hit them. Kip. Is there anything else from you, Matty? You moved, you step of the wind, and then you struck.
I'm done. I'm all out.
Kip, you turn around, that energy of lightning hasn't touched you, and you see this mage, their arms slumped, they're no longer casting, the arcs of lightning not pulsating from them, those lightning scars, like pale moonlight colour scar, seem to dull, and they just sway.
But I can still see their eyes moving. Oh.
There's something there, but they're barely awake.
So Kip is going to look directly at him, try and make eye contact and go, "Remember who killed you? Us." And
That was great, Kip.
roll with advantage. That was a 12. So that's 18 to hit.
Shield still is in effect, and it just manages to like hold the arrow for a second before it drops to the floor. It doesn't hit.
That's all right. Heroic inspiration. Do I re-roll one or both?
Technically, it'd be one dice.
I'll do that. No.
No.
That's a nat 1.
Oh.
Fall out the window. No.
Well.
If it wasn't for the fact that they cast shield against Matty's first attack, that definitely would have hit, but it just holds in place. Woo! Anything else?
No.
Okay, Arabella, you see like the arrow is just stuck into the shield. You see Matty like coming back from this attack. And it's till the end of your next go, or start of your next go.
Start of my next.
Used to be the end.
Oh my
but
God.
they changed that.
Start trying to worm your way out of it.
I want to slime my way out of this.
Okay. Arabella sees that this guy's looking less than alert. And she is going to conjure a extremely bright, sparkly, gorgeous moonbeam. A gorgeous moonbeam. So yeah, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which
He does
Does
have to
he-
still get to make,
Okay.
because it's only Dex and Strength that he automatically fails. So I need a D20 from somebody. There we are. Nat 20. Ooh. Constitution, you say?
yeah,
What's the total that I need to beat?
14.
Fail.
So that is 2 D10 radiant damage.
It's not looking good.
I don't know, with my rolls.
Come on.
You know.
Come on. Zeros.
7.
Okay, 7.
And
Oh.
Come on, get that 10.
4.
And what's the last one?
11. Huh?
What's the last one?
So it's 11 in total.
11 total,
Yeah.
so awesome. Thank
And
you.
then, so that's...
How's it look when you, because yeah, you cast it, it comes down, and I think as like the clouds part outside, the moonlight casts down onto the roof, and then this singular beam comes down through the roof because it's magic, and obviously it doesn't matter.
No.
You conjure it into the room.
Does this... do they have to do this at the start of their turn as well? Or no, I can't remember what it is.
It should say on there.
A creature also ends its turn. If he ends its turn, takes the damage again. Just saying.
Anything else from you on your go?
No.
Well, it is his turn now, isn't it?
It is his turn
So
now.
all he gets to do is take damage, right?
The moonbeam hits, and you see like that radiant magic is just like sizzling away at their skin and their robes, and yeah, very like. Imagine like the moonbeam is like as it comes down, elven
It's
glade
like a god
style.
ray, but moon instead. Yeah.
They are incapacitated and can't do anything on their go. They end their turn within the moonbeam. I need a Constitution saving throw from somebody out there, please. There we go.
yes.
Excellent work.
You barred! Correct, I barred.
So is that 2d10 again?
It's 2d10 damage again.
What? That's a cheeky 10. Again, I was like, 0. Literally did the same thing last night. Oh no! What do you mean 0? And a 6. 16 in total, my friend.
Very respectable.
Thank you, Jack.
They're down to 21 damage. They've got 21 health left, sorry.
We can
As
do
they
it.
just like stand there in this sway, they can't do anything. You can see that like they are in and out of like consciousness. Bonnie Blackhelm, this moonbeam. Huh?
I'm okay. Shield is now down because his turn's gone.
At the end of his go, shield is down.
Shield is down.
AC's back to 15.
Okay. And is it still with advantage?
Yeah, he's incapacitated.
Amazing. Let's longbow it. Acid arrow, because I've still got a few in the tank. So that's 19 to hit.
Hits.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Plus.
4 points on the hunter's mark. So 12. And 1 point of acid. And just for the heck of it, let's bonus action put a hail of thorns in there. I'm really sorry, Matty, you're going to have to make a dexterity saving throw for this. But I trust that you can, manage.
For the greater good.
This is where I'm on
Greater
one.
good.
Automatically fails dexterity saving throws.
Matty, DC's 13.
11.
Roll low.
You are going to take, so they're both going to take 1d10 piercing damage. That is 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
3 points.
Is that everything?
Let me just check, because I think the contestant needed to do something if I wasn't doing something. Sorry, so many things to read. Action.
I'd love Contessa to just kick him in the chest and just end him there. That would just
be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't
that
it be great?
That'd be
beautiful.
so annoying.
I know.
Like
I know.
after that horse ball campaign, if they
That would just
kill.
be poetic.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see if she can do.
Hans Gruber's it out the window.
I think
With a horse looking down.
I think it's only if I forgo my go that she can do it. So no, you're lucky.
Thank God for that. So what? Flip the table. You kicked out of every campaign. The horse!
The horse!
And the horse comes out as like Gandalf the White after gaining all the XP.
Yeah. She becomes Princess Jemima Dupree.
End of your go, not the start of your go, yeah, Matty.
It's at the start of his go.
Start of my go.
You watch at the start of your go, and that lightning back in his eyes. The arcs begin to like go up his body once more. They look fucked.
For dim well.
It's your go.
That's enough of that, mate.
I assume you're attacking.
So London accent. That's a 25 to hit.
I can't shield that.
Cool. Let's roll that up first, shall we? It's 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Are you trying to kill them?
Yeah.
How do you want to do this?
Yay.
I think I just punch him on the other side of his jaw. Just to like clock him around the other way, and it just spins him around and he just falls to the ground. Just kind of simple knockout.
But it's enough that as his head hits the floor, it gives it that like horrid concussion that, you know, the smallest knock to somebody's head could be the end of them. And it makes contact and they're like going down, and it's as like their eyes look to you, it just diminishes all of that electric power that they seemed to coalesce. Their head makes contact with the floor and they just go limp. The room, you can feel the air is not as charged as it was. It almost immediately sizzles away. The smell of ozone is still strong because of how powerful that was in the room, but the threat appears to be gone. The storm is over. And you can tell in the early hours of the morning that the sun is due to come up any minute. I hand over to you, the players. What would you like to do now?
We did it!
Have we done?
Nice one,
Hang on, can I gallop to a window?
Make the noise. Any window, yeah?
That would go towards Lightwell.
No, you're not going to be down in the castle and...
And I'm going to go to the dining room and then circle back.
Yeah, and if you go to this to the other side of the room, you can see that this whole tower looks down across the mountainscape towards... Well, give me a perception check.
Okay.
But it's nighttime still, it's not quite...
Okay, 17.
Yeah, even I think being a ranger, knowing the directions, knowing where you are, now that you can see clearly that the storm is gone. Nearly just, and the rain is gone. You can see clearly now. And yeah, Lightwell is not quite straight in front of you, but just off to one side. You can see maybe glistening in that the starlight, the river that flows down the mountains, and yeah, from this perch, you can see the distance, well, the direction of Lightwell. Maybe there's like a faint glow of some lanterns left on Lightwell Bridge that refract the water of the River Sol. What do you roll? 17? And I think you don't see it at first because you were distracted by the sound of thunder somewhere.
Oh no.
And you just make out the silhouette of a statue, maybe 120 foot tall, at the base of the mountain, just about to move out onto the plains that you guys crossed on your way here.
Guys.
What is it?
The big golem's on the
Oh,
move.
bloody. Should we ask this fella about it?
I thought it was over.
No, not quite. Do you want to bring up that guy?
Who the fuck is this guy?
I think it's the original owner.
Right.
Maybe you can tell it just go away.
I think Mathias will go up to him and just give him a little slap around the face. Oi.
Matty, no.
Stunning strike.
Give me.
Sorry, mate.
Two can play at that game. He's out cold. No law for you. Give me a medicine check.
Oh, God, I'm not good
Give me
at
a
that.
medicine slap.
16?
Okay. It takes a few minutes, and you can tell, like, it's going to take that golem a good few hours to get across the plains to Lightwell town itself, but it is still powered.
Yeah.
You take a few moments to, like, you give them, like, a little slap, you give them maybe, like, a few moments to try and bring them around, and eventually you see, like, those eyes open, and you see this dark-skinned, broad-shouldered man, bald of head, wearing these amazing, but now drenched blue robes. They have this singular blue eye for their left eye, but a raven's eye for their right. Thank you. Thank you so very much. It has been a long time that I've been trapped in there.
I can tell.
Prove it. He doesn't say that.
You just look a bit haggard. If you don't mind me saying. I fucking said it now.
I am not single. You have my gratitude. And they begin to collect themselves and stand up.
Can I ask a favour?
And they're like taking the surroundings in the room. They, yes, certainly.
Are you able to fight?
I am very, very diminished in power. And he like gestures to the body on the floor. Ares has been siphoning my power now for some time. And then he turns to the machine. This device was once of my creation, and he used it against me, imprisoned me within it, and used me as its conduit. I have some power left, but not much. What do you ask? I owe you for saving me.
That was what I was hoping to call upon. There's a golem going to Lightwell.
It's big. It's
It's
really
very big.
big.
Scary.
You see they turn away and they move towards the body of who they've called Ares. and they use their foot and they turn the face up towards them. And they don't say anything for a moment, and then they let the head drop, and they walk over to the window where you would be with the Contessa.
Hello.
And he would be on the right-hand side of you, so his left hand comes up and he strokes the Contessa underneath the chin. And he like looks out into the night, and you can see the sun is going to come up soon, and you watch, and you almost hear this like ah in the background as his eye glows, this raven's eye, and you watch from the perch on top of the tower, this bird begin to fly down, and they begin to fly across the mountains. I will have an answer for you in a minute.
Okay.
And you just wait in silence as this familiar travels out. You can see him come back to himself, and the eye goes dull once more. We have some time. It is slow moving. Who do I owe my gratitude to?
Well, we all had a part to play in this, so...
We're the Black Helms. This is Mathias. I'm Bonnie. This is Arabella. And this is Kip. He's not related, but he's all right.
Hello.
Where's our parents, by the way?
Oh, yeah, we left our parents in the Dilf room. They've been prisoners here for 20 years, which is why we came to try and rescue them. We didn't just, forget them for 20 years. We didn't know they were here until...
Has it really been 20 years inside that crystal?
Apparently, yeah.
And you can see him like mulling something over in his mind. If you are asking me to fight, I will do what I can for you, but I may have some things around the place that will help with Ares' little project.
Well, I mean, we're very talented spellcasters ourselves.
Not me.
Hopefully. What do you think's a safe distance to cast, I don't know, something really meteoric on a golem as it moves away from the mountainside without, causing too much structural damage, if you have to make an assessment.
So his eyebrow raises, and then he begins to look around at the party. I need a D20 from someone as he makes a perception check.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay. He looks at you, who has this bow. The bow of righteousness.
I fucking love it.
And then he sees the staff. Of eternal growth.
Quite.
Don't look at me.
Mathias.
Yes.
And he looks to your forehead and this... the mind's eye. And a kobold. Because I appreciate you don't have any of the loot on you. And are you wearing the hat? Or have you just got it like stuffed away?
Did I put the hat on? I don't think I put the hat on because I didn't want it to ruin my vibe. It wasn't very stylish, you see. It looked a bit dorky.
And he smiles at you all. The spoils of a job well done. And you get the sense that you are allowed to keep these items.
Oh, cheers, mate.
What did I get?
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, buddy. There's a mace downstairs. Should be in a room with two old friends of mine.
It might be 3 now.
Yeah, they ate our uncle.
They ate them. They were vegetarian.
Not anymore.
What has happened to this place?
Oh, well, you have a lot of housekeeping to do.
There are some ravenous beasts down there.
I imagine Ares has had his way with my home. Don't laugh at that.
I must refrain. It would appear so.
This failed student of mine seems to have not lost his anger.
Why was he so pissed at Lightwell?
He was exiled by them once upon a time. A storm, I believe, had ravaged the lake, and the village turned on him, cast him out, exiled him, said that it was his own prowess that had called the storm down. It actually wasn't.
Oh,
It was just a storm, and the town turned on him.
just an innocent storm.
Indeed.
And he was an
That's-
innocent man.
It's like Wellians for you.
I thought I had educated the spite and the acid out of him, but apparently not. Sorry, let me introduce myself. I am Cyrus Maretti, star of the Astral Sea and the Raven's Perch.
Quite the title there, my friend.
I had returned from one of my journeys in the Astral Sea, weakened as I normally am in those situations, and Ares turned on me and trapped me within the crystal, and used me as its power core. Called his own storm in to heighten his project, I see. One that we should deal with, but if you are asking about a meteor swarm,
Hypothetically.
he looks to the stars. We probably have an hour before it's within range of the village.
So we should probably get a shuffle.
Yeah.
Yes, we will need to be a bit closer.
That's what I figured.
It's what, a mile?
The range is a mile, yeah.
Yeah. So you probably got to get there.
Yeah.
I can help there.
Wicked.
Are there many more of your companions here?
Our parents. I almost forgot. Immediately.
Yes, I believe they're downstairs in what we now call the DILF room.
Could somebody roll me a D20, please? Yeah.
Oh.
What is a DILF?
It's a dad I'd like to fuck. But in this, I think it's got a silent G this time, right? Because it's a Gadilf room.
Yeah.
A god dad I'd like to fuck.
Talos.
Yep.
You've seen the statue, I assume.
See, he knows.
You get it.
Yeah.
An effigy we put in for Ares when he first moved in.
Oh, so Aries got it.
The storm came naturally to the boy. It was
Did he now?
more than... He cast silence on you.
Counter
Ninth
spell.
level, that's all he's got left.
The Contessa speaks for me.
It's an area of effect. Ares was gifted, but it was natural gifts. They weren't learned like my wizened ways. They weren't taught. They were natural abilities, and they could have very well been divine. And we sought to the clerics and the gods and thought maybe it could be Talos, and if he prayed enough and devoted his life to that particular effigy, maybe he would see guidance and calm the storm within. But apparently that is not the case, and I think many a lie was spun to me. And he looks back to the body and is... But I suppose that is besides the point anymore.
He's dead now.
Very much so. My kobold friend. You say you have your parents here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Do you wish to return to Lightwell?
After we deal with this imminent threat.
Yeah.
We will. Well, lead the way, please.
Okay.
right.
To the Dilf room.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not complaining.
I assume you guys head back down the stairs.
In the most
and
convoluted way we can possibly find to
Don't-
do so.
Don't we need to go back to the dining room first?
Yeah, dining room first, then loop round.
Armory. Yeah.
And you can see the entire way through, they are looking at things, and you can see the recognition of time passing and this place having fallen to ruin in some certain ways and it being not looked after. Give me a insight check, everybody, please.
Oh, no. That was bad.
Matty.
22.
Kip.
10.
Arabella.
10.
Natural 1 for a 3.
Matty, I think for you, would Arabella and Bonnie, when they were younger, maybe move things in your room or treat things poorly that would leave you...
Without a doubt.
It's that same look
Especially Arabella.
of like when you've had something precious and it's been broken by something else, or something you care for, or something you love, and somebody has, you know, hurt it, damaged it, taken it away from you, and because you are so familiar with that person, it's somehow more heartbreaking, but like you can't really say anything.
Yep. Yeah.
And you get that sense from them that this was their home, and somebody they brought into their home betrayed them. And so there's that like kind of melancholy and that sadness behind the eyes there of this tall wizard. And their posture is, you know, fantastic. They are broad-shouldered. They're not like weedy like most kind of mages are. They look like a warrior. I like the wizard. You see as you go past, because they would have seen the body of the goblin as well, actually. You go past where the kitchen is, and you can see them like looking around, and they see this small, disheveled straw mattress on the floor, and you can see again there's this like pained look on their face. And eventually you're taken to the Shrine of Talos, this room filled with these ornate tiles, with this effigy to Talos the Stormlord, this long-haired, eye-patched individual, their right arm reaching towards the sky, their left open in front of you, like waiting for an offering that you have been making offerings at, that gave you the ability to go through the storm gate earlier in our story. You see your parents, and they look to you. Your father. You're right then. Your mum instantly runs across and probably grabs Arabella first, the youngest of you, and then begins to go around and hug you all, including you, Kip. Hang on. That sounds weird. Including yourself, Kip. I don't want that algorithm hitting me. An older political party. And he sees these collars around their neck. I did not think my own trinkets, my own devices would be used against the innocent. He cast Dispel Magic at 7th level, and they both watch as like this metal collar is fused from their skin. It's been transmuted, and it just dissipates back into their skin. Ooh. And you can see like they look a little lighter, and he like comes across, and he's quite tall and you are dwarves, and he takes it'll be your mother's hand. Please forgive me. My apprentice has answered for his crimes, but I will never be able to make this up to you. Is there anybody else?
Is there anybody else? Is there anybody else?
No. Can't bring uncles back from the dead, can
Uncle is eaten. Nomni got scooped up by the teapot!
The teapot. And cup.
The teapot, the teacup.
They will remain with me. They are my friends.
Okay, good.
What are their
good.
names?
What are their names?
Thank you.
First, middle, and last names.
That
Come
was
on.
for you.
Thank you. Your turn, bitch.
Hasn't he suffered enough?
So much. Their names, the teacup
Yep.
is called Roger.
Lovely.
Roger
the teapot.
McStoneface. The teapot is called Angela Langsbury.
Excellent.
That was the voice of the thing, but yeah. I don't know. They don't have names. He's like, wait, he's like, they are a teapot and a teacup.
Well, you said that they were your friends, so...
17% of the time.
So they're there. Did we bring anyone else? Did we meet anyone else?
No.
There's the sentient tree, but that'll stay
he
here.
lives here.
I think we're fine.
I think we're good.
Yeah. Let's crack
Where we
on.
forget someone really
Forget
important.
someone.
The body of our
Who
uncle,
did
but I
we
mean,
forget?
I guess he's all right. Digested.
The body of
Uncle.
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 you
Uncle,
lost
uncle.
people here.
Yeah.
Literally in that room in the corner.
Just
Yeah.
right over there.
The scary room
Yeah.
with the mace.
And there is a look of confusion on his face,
Look for yourself.
and he goes across the room and looks into this chamber, this gore-filled pit where there are two ghouls across the other side. And again, he looks saddened. He puts his hand on the wall and presses a tile, and the room alights with fire.
Oh.
Did you know them?
Very well.
What was their names?
Angela Lansbury.
They didn't like titles. One of them just went simply by person.
Person. It's a very generic name.
Yeah.
They were a very generic person.
Right. What about the other one?
No presence whatsoever.
What about the other one?
Felicity.
No, that is not generic.
No, that's.
And their last names? They must have had last names, surely.
They did, but
I've forgotten.
it escapes me now.
Well, we're sorry for your
We
loss.
should go.
Yes.
Quite right.
Oh, dear.
I love that you got me with that. You watch as they begin to move their arms around, and the air around them begins to become thick and almost liquid-like as the very planes of existence seem to be getting pulled into one area around you. Come close as he beckons you all towards him. We are going to teleport. We should be a mile ahead of this construct Ares has created. That will be the time to use what you have, and if it doesn't finish the job, we will have to go in there and try our
Sure.
best.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Dad, Matty punched a guy to death. Dad, you're not listening.
It's starting.
Dad. Dad.
He turns around, he's like picking his nose, like, sorry, Danny, did you say something?
Yeah, Matty punched a guy to death.
Really? How'd it go?
Went pretty
died?
smoothly, actually.
You see their arms begin to pull the very air upon. It's like liquid, and you see constellations. You see stars. You see gossamer threads start to fill the space around in a large circle. You see runes and different magical powers begin to glow as your very worlds disappear, and the air, the stagnant air within this keep disappears, and you are met with the cool breeze of the morning. You appear on grass. It's cold, it's wet underfoot, but you can see the sun is starting to come up behind you now. And you can see, looming about a mile away, coming towards you, that of a giant golem. They have no head. They are just shoulders down to these long, long arms. And one of them is almost like a sword. It's like a long blade. The other one is like a mace, like a hammer, designed to destroy structures. They have these thick, heavy, triangular torso, and then these very sturdy-looking legs that are just moving and causing the ground to shake as they move towards you. Now is the time. If you have Angela Lansbury's spell scroll.
Have Angela Lansbury's spell scroll.
'Kay.
And I think it says on the side, murder, she wrote.
There is a mechanic in play now for destroying the golem. You have to do 200 points of damage to it.
Okay. So, the spell deals, it's blazing orbs of fire plummet to the ground at 4 different points you can see within range. Can I make that all at the golem?
Yes.
Amazing. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Is that my spell's DC?
No, this spell scroll was actually made by the mage.
So
It is a
it
DC
is.
of 21.
Thank shit for that.
It has a +2 to its dexterity, so it
Amazing.
has to roll a 19 or a 20 to succeed. I need a D20 out there, please. Who wants it?
Do it,
Yeah?
do it.
19
want-
or 20?
No, you want low.
You definitely want a 19 or 20.
Don't listen to him. Oh. That's
Yay.
fine. I think that's good.
It fails
It's good for us.
Right.
the save.
Okay. I am going to break D&D Beyond by doing a lot of maths.
It's a lot of dice.
It's a lot of
A lot
dice.
of dice there.
So it's 20 D6 fire damage and 20 D6 bludgeoning damage. But is that times 4?
Yes.
Amazing. So what I'm going to do
What is it? 100 D6 and then 100 D6.
is 100 D6.
Yep.
Let's
No, 4, so it's 80 D6.
80.
4, 6,
Oh,
8, yeah.
well, maths boy
Maths
failed.
boy.
Dyscalcular girl!
So
Your
I
effects
have
have got me
defeated
again.
you, maths boy.
Anybody who wants to see that unfold, go back and watch last night's Blood Punk
Yep.
episode.
What type
Right.
of dice is it?
D6, but it's 20.
so many dice.
So let's do the fire damage first.
Oh, I've rolled them all together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry. I can redo them if you
No.
want. So,
So this is a hell of a lot of maths.
There's no way this doesn't work.
289 points of damage.
Yeah.
Damn, like, that is
Yeah.
tasty rolling.
Yeah.
289. Okay, and you needed at least 200 to bring this thing down. That was easy. Imagine if it didn't happen, though. You guys would be
Yeah.
fighting the rest of it. So, this magic takes effect like Cyrus's. So, unlike your own magic, I'm going to describe what
Yeah.
happens here. You pull the scroll out, and you see him nod to you, and you begin to read out the incantation. Now, normally, if it's not a spell on your spell list, you would have to roll for it to make the check. But I am just hand-waving that because we are at the end of a story. And imagine if I was like, well, you failed the check and the scroll's gone. I'm not sitting here and hacking out 200 hit points in a hack and slash with you, and this thing can walk all over you. You begin to read out, and as you read out, each incantation, each rune disappears from the paper, and it's like they become ethereal and they float off the page and they become small constellations that begin to hover around you until within, I mean, what's the casting time? A minute? Was it an action?
Instantaneous.
Instantaneous. They all hover around you like different constellations, and they begin to float into the night sky like a map overlay on top of the morning coming through. You watch as a hole opens up above this monster a mile away, and these balls of fire and rock begin to cascade down upon it. You feel the impact, you see the dust, you see the explosions as you lay waste to the plains and the foot of the mountains. You watch as it just becomes a dust storm, and as the sun begins to rise, it catches, and you can see like glistening dust of like a gemstone or of precious metals glistening as the fire dies down and the smoke rises, and you see this statue like fall to a knee. You watch as you see like part of its chest cavity opens up, and you see a ginormous crystal inside it, not unlike the one that you destroyed containing Cyrus. It begins to woof, 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 woof. and it just goes silent. And the noise that I can't make, you know the seismic charge from Star Wars?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nice.
just cuts out across the land. And you are all blown back from this blast. And the blast is massive. In the settling dust, the next few minutes, you can't see each other. You can't fathom which way is north, south, east, or west because you have been probably blown about 20 foot away and you can't, you have to come back to your senses. And maybe, I don't know if you call out to each other, if you're deafened by the noise, but the dust starts to settle. And you start to see that there is a large gouge in the land that was both created by your meteor swarm and by the blast of this creature. This crater, this new landscape near Lightwell. And the world falls silent. And then there's just the cawing of a bird. You tell me what happens in the next few days. As you return to Lightwell, there is conversations between the mayor, Lilibet Quietfern, and Cyrus this mage about what happened with Ares, about why they were so bitter. And it becomes gossip throughout the town. Everybody knows what happened within moments of you guys being back. But what would the Black Helm clan and what would Kip do? Where would we see them from when the dust settles and over the course of the next few weeks? I'm going to start with Arabella. What would life be like?
I think she's probably settling into kind of her power a bit more. Kind of over that adventure, kind of learnt the extent of it, but also how to kind of control it a bit more and see the kind of beauty in it rather than being a bit like about it. I also think this is kind of like more of a question to, I guess, everyone else. If we would have, I guess she posed it to people, it's like, well, are we going to finish the initial quest of getting a Hearthstone for our home? If there's any, I mean, was there anything left from the golem? Or was it just dust?
No, I think there definitely would be rubble left. And I think maybe it's your dad who, in like the moments when the dust settle, you find each other, all of you. Your mum's hugging people.
She's a hugger.
She is a hugger. And, everybody's kind of getting to grips with what's just happened. And you see your dad just like staring at the ground. Maybe you like go over to them and you're like, oh my God, are you okay? You're really worried about them emotionally. And they're like, it's perfect. It's so perfect. And you look and there is this like chunk of rock that is this perfect keystone for a fire. And like he's crying. It's as beautiful as the day I left. And this dwarf, for the first time in his entire life, is crying at like a chunk of stone. A Nutribullet goes off in the back. That's his emotional range has expanded. And I think maybe you help him like dig it out of the ground.
Oh, she'd be crying as well. She can't handle when parents, well, obviously she doesn't know, but she's found that out. She's like, no, you can't be crying. Don't do that.
I'm crying.
But also, show your emotions.
You better rock that. And you do, and you pull it out, and you have this, and it's carved with these runes that you will probably never know what they mean, but it is the perfect shape for that mantelpiece. Bonnie,
Hello.
over the next hours, days, weeks, like we've said, the news becomes massive that some idiots from Dimwell just saved Lightwell.
Yeah. Get rich.
You probably helped bring the Keystone back. You are all heralded as heroes in this, moment, because they didn't know danger was coming. All they know is that you left after this random attack a week ago, and now you're back and there's talk of wizards and mages and this huge crater. What's Bonnie's story?
I think Bonnie, on returning to her old life, has a period of adjustment where she doesn't really know where she stands anymore. Arabella doesn't really need her anymore, and she doesn't need quite so much to look out for Matty because their parents are back. And I think she spends quite a lot of time in the forests, but will slowly start to come back. And once she kind of finds herself again, the pony that she manifested from sheer will and thought alone
Dies.
of old age. No, she will just spend an afternoon with the Contessa and thank her for everything that she gave to her, all the support that she gave Bonnie while she was supporting her siblings, and take off the bridle and let her run off into the forests. And about 2 hours after that, discovers she was allergic to horses, as she's sinuses start to clear. And she kind of comes back to her household. Hi guys, is everyone all right?
Bonnie!
Yeah. What?
This doesn't make any sense.
Your voice?
Yes. So I've decided I'm actually going to start up like a wilderness awareness program for kids. I think that's what I want to do.
Commendable.
Yeah, no, I feel great. I feel for the first time really clear in a long time.
Like your nasal passages, just giving that brain some clarity, yeah.
I don't know, I think I had some mint in the forest. I think that might have helped a little bit. But yeah, no, I feel great.
Okay.
Is this some kind of joke?
What do you mean?
This is not right.
You can't just gesture at all of me and say this. What do you mean this?
Well, listen to yourself.
Hang on, I'm not saying anything. Oh, I guess. I don't know, it's unseen.
I think we fade out on the argument in the house, and we see every now and again from the window of the Black Helm Clan house, the Shetland pony in the woods. Mathias,
Hello.
from the moment of the dust settling over the next few weeks, what's Matty's story?
I think Mathias finally attempts to try and turn his life around a bit. He's been very used to drinking a lot. He still drinks, but not as much, because it sort of does fuel his need to try to fight a little bit. He likes a little bit of a brawl. he can't help it.
Discipline is key.
Indeed. I think you probably see a couple of times over the next couple of days where he attempts to go a little bit too overboard with the drinking, but then he kind of restrains himself because no, I'm done for the night. And I think we also see him attempt to try and help rebuild the home a little bit with Hearthstone now there. Attempted to rebuild the walls a little bit, make it a little bit more homely. Actually have rooms for everyone. Just putting some manual labor in to try and put some effort into the environment around him. To try and make him and his family feel better.
I think as you do this, you start seeing your father taking a bit of a step back, not away from you, but just to let you get on. And he helps where he needs to help. You don't need him anymore. He's missed out on the best part of 20 years, and he knows it. You probably find him outside one day, rebuilding a shed. There's fishing tackle on the wall. Kip.
So, I like to imagine that as we walked away from the dust, and like the three dwarves are sort of walking off back towards where they live, I imagine just Kip just sort of like, just pottering behind them, just following them, not really saying anything. And then as they walk through their front door, he just sort of sneaks in right at the last minute before they shut the door. And he's like, I live here now. Family.
I suppose we could find a spot for you.
We could build an extension.
Yeah.
I'm quite small.
We could do that.
Little annex.
Yeah. Separate.
Yeah. You see what I'm getting
No.
at, Matty?
No, I don't think so. And your mum is there. Maybe she's in the kitchen, maybe she's in the living room, or anywhere this Hearthstone is, and this kobold has run in this moment. Everyone's filthy, everyone's still covered in dust from this explosion. You'll always have a home here. You helped my children. You helped us. And every now and again, a tall, dark-skinned wizard visits the house. And they want your help. And they offer you riches, they offer you knowledge, they offer you power, but then they offer you cheese.
That's what I'm talking about.
And they bring you a steady flow of astral cheese from worlds far beyond the material plane. Cheeses nobody here has ever heard of or ever tasted. Eventually, you are shown ways to find reuniting ways for your clan, for your temple, for everything that brought you to that keep in the first place.
And then I died. No.
What would you all do with the money?
There was money.
Dream Castle.
Hell yes.
I think I put it towards money, towards the house. Try and buy good materials to build a good, strong structure.
I think
Like a castle.
you're going to make a castle.
A little one. Shed castle.
Bonnie will put a little bit into the shared castle, but also set up a proper wilderness rangers camp for kids on the outskirts of the Dimwell farms.
How much
Stables
money did we
included.
have?
We got 400 platinum.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You are now
Oh, that's
probably
a lot,
the
maybe not-
richest people in town by a country
Oh, okay.
mile.
And I think Arabella kind of, because she's got that little workshop in the woods, and I think it was very hodgepodge to begin with. So despite the desire to build the most just extravagant castle in all the land, very kind of almost quite selfishly does like kit out the most like fab like kind of workshop, so she can really like hone her craft, and maybe sell some less shitty jewelry to people in like, well, it's a bit of a business startup, really.
It is, and over the course of the next few years, Cyrus stays in close touch with you all and with Lightwell. Whether it's beast hunting, whether it's protecting the wildlands, whether it's training people or guilds, you are all called upon heavily by the town, week after week, month after month. And that's where we're going to end.
Lovely.
Wow.
Wow. Thanks.
Thank you, Ian.
I didn't die.
No.
Or did I?
No.
You survived.
We did.
No, thank you so much. This has been a bit of a wild ride and like a tester for us. Thank you to Happy Piranha, as always. You guys have been awesome. And realistically, so have these guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have to do, as always, a massive, massive thank you to our wonderful spearhead, our founder, our GM, our god, Ian. Thank you, Ian.
That's it, it's over. You can't stay here, but get the fuck out! I can't end seriously. It's not going to happen. Thank you so much, guys. We've been Dragonborn Industries. We'll see you around someday.
Thank you.
Bye. Right, do you want to end the recording? Leave that bit in.
Was the
where I'm
first.